Hello everyone and welcome back to Shri FC. I hope you all are well and you are good. I hope you have a great day ahead. And now I know this video is a bit difficult one for me to do because it's only about more like negatives and some positives. But to be honest, we have to discuss about the season. I'll do the same for all the top 6 club and what they need to do for the next season to improve. So do hit the like button and please support the channel. Do subscribe and do hit that bell notification button. So when a new video comes out, you'll know about that. But overall, do put a comment in the comment section below of what you learned about Chelsea's campaign this season, because it's been a roller coaster ride in a bad way and it's been a very horrific season with some minor positives we can take on next season. Now, what things we learned? First, we learned that first of all, sacking manager is not always a solution, because we had 4 managers this season, from Thomas Tuchel, Super Thomas Tuchel, to Graham Potter, highly regarded English young manager, and then we had Bruno Salter for 1 game, and then we had Super Frank Lampard as an interim. What we did not have? Nothing. We had everything we wanted. 4 managers, sacking, news, and it only shows a stable club with a stable structure can only succeed. Thomas Tuchel and the board did not have a good relation, so okay, they sacked him, but they should have understood they need to have someone in mind. They did not, and that was an idiotic thing from Todd Boehly and ownership to do. And then they went with Graham Potter. They wanted to back him, but they did not do their due research, and then they got this appointment wrong and they had to sadly sack him. I love Graham Potter as a human being, but he just wasn't cut for the Chelsea job, and it made the owners realize that you only appoint a manager with the proper scouts, with the proper footballing people up there, your director of football like Christopher Weibels, your Wes Stanley, your Stewart. These are the people that should be appointing the managers and not the owners, and they learned it the hard way. So this is the first thing we learned, because we had a bad roller coaster ride, and bar the 3-match run under Graham Potter where we won the 3 Premier League matches, which were also lucky victories. Villa, lucky victory, Kepa saved us, Palace, Gallagher late goal. We weren't really performing well, and finally it caught up to us, and that's why we are in the position we are this season. Now coming on to the next thing we learned, and the next thing we learn is at the moment the midfield needs a massive rebalance, and senior players, sadly, it's been a great time. We won the Champions League together. We won the FIFA Club World Cup together. We had some great days, some great times, but now is the time we need to part ways with some of the midfielders, and especially some senior midfielders. Starting off with the first one, Mateo Kovacic. Everybody on this channel knows I've always appreciated what Jorginho is, what Mateo Kovacic is, while the fan base keeps on criticizing them and wants more physical midfielders. But I've never denied that Mateo Kovacic has some limitation in his game, and I've always said that since the World Cup, the guy doesn't look bothered for Chelsea. With Manchester City and Chelsea trying to get a deal for 30-35 million, I think we should take that money. We should go for young players like Ugarte, like Caicedo, or a player like Kone or Lavia. We need to rebuild the midfield with new young blood who are hungry to prove to the club what they're made up of. And then we have also got Enzo Fernandez, a leader, the World Cup winner, and now we don't need any negative in the dressing room. And I think Mateo Kovacic at this age in his career, he wants to be there winning trophies. He wants to be playing in a big club where he has a big manager along with him, and this is why he's trying to get a move to Manchester City with Pep Guardiola, a technical Manchester City side where he can play his good football, technical football, playing from the back, bringing the ball. And we all know how good Kovacic drives the ball. He's so tough to dribble against. He's so tough to especially take the ball against, not dribble against. He's a very difficult person to really snatch ball from him when it is at his feet, because Mateo Kovacic is a delightful footballer to watch when he's at his best. But to be really honest, had with Chelsea, when Kovacic used to play together, Jorginho, Kovacic, it never used to work. We used to be destroyed in transition. And Kovacic, to be honest, along with Kante as well, it never used to work. We used to get destroyed on counters, transition. And Mateo, with the way his attitude has been for 5-6 months, is better we part ways. N'Golo Kante, I love him to bits, but the guy is only fit for 7 games a season, and you pay him 280-290k. N'Golo Kante for me will remain one of Chelsea's legend, one of a cult hero. He won his Premier League, was a massive part in that FA Cup, Champions League. What a hero, and I'll always remember him. I love N'Golo Kante, and this hurts me. This hurts me to say this, but he's only fit for 7 games a season, and we cannot allow that to be running at the club. You cannot pay a player 270k for just 7 games a season, and when you've got players like Casadei, Chukwuemeka, Lewis Hall, who can play in midfield, Andre Santos, we need to build the future now, and I think it's time to revamp the midfield, and this season I made me realize that. Another point we learned is Todd Boehly and the type of owner he is. He's an owner right now. Rivals will see and say what this idiot is saying. He has spent 600 to 700 million. He is the next Roman Abramovich type of. But no, that's not the case. Todd Boehly in the future will be building Chelsea a beautiful stadium. Like it or not, like Tottenham, we will have some Beyonce shows, some WWE WrestleMania matches up there. You like it or not, that's going to be a massive part. There's going to be a lot of American celebrity at the stadium. You like it or don't like it, that's a part of it. And Todd Boehly has only spent this money. If you see the way he has spent, the first window was a disaster because it was Thomas Tuchel, some signings, it was some signing by the board because they had to immediately get the players because the season was just going to start. So they had to replace Rudiger, Christensen, and that was the mess of the Roman Abramovich and Marina Ganavuska era, not Todd Boehly, and they had to hurriedly spend the money and they got it wrong. But since January, Enzo, Shele, David Fofana, you see us getting linked with Ugarte, Caicedo, they are trying to sign some of the big youngsters in the world, put them on long contracts so the cost is amortized, and in future when they build the stadium, they don't have to spend big money in the market, and in the future they have a stable side that regularly finishes top 4, plays good football, is good commercially, and that is what they're trying to build with like an under 25 side with appointing people like Weibel, with Stanley Stewart. So this is what they are building, and I think fans need to embrace that, and it's going to take some time. The next season could also be a bit tough with so much inexperience, but once these guys get proper coach like they've got in Pochettino, they develop, they grow some mentality, I think we could be in good future. At least in 2 or 3 years we could be competing for the title, and even most probably in 2 or 3 years we might even win the Premier League. Another thing we learned is the future is bright. Noni Madueke has been a bright signing. Enzo has been a leader. The guy can put so many long balls. His passing is good. He can shoot. And he can be a very good player if he has a DM along with him. Shele is a very quality centre-back. Livy Colville could be coming from loan. You have got players like Madueke who have really impressed. Mudryk is very raw. Madueke is raw. He still has a lot to improve, and I think Pochettino can do that. But players like Madueke and Mudryk need at least 1 to 2 years to reach the level we need them for a Chelsea level required. Scoring goals, assists, it's going to take them 2 years. But once they reach that level, they are 2 very top quality youngsters which need just good coaching, and we have got the proper coach for that. You go towards the back, we have Chalobah, we have Fofana, we have brought Gusto along with James, who are 2 are very young players. Cucurella is still young. Lewis Hall has been a major breakthrough, and that is some of the positives, along with Slonina, the young goalkeeper, Andres Santos, a very good young star, Chukwuemeka. I think the future is very bright for Chelsea. And last but not the least, to be honest, this season it has only reminded us we need a top quality striker. Either going for big name Lukaku 100 million or a short term part-time signing in Aubameyang is not going to work. We need to put our scouting departments on the top, getting the young good striker we can develop, give them time, give them patience, and finally go for young scouted signings. Neither signing big games work for us, and neither signing part-time players work for us. We need to sign top quality young strikers with proper scouting, and hopefully with proper coaching they can develop, or go for young players like Vlahovic, or even proper experienced players who are not part-time players like Mitrovic. But we need a proper top striker next season, and hopefully Pochettino can get that, because I think Nkunku is a proper number 10, but Nkunku for me is not a striker. That is what I think 5 things for me I've learned this season. Do give your 5 things learned, and do like and subscribe. Thank you.